Hi, this is Ed Duclo, Tech Content Coach, South Windsor School District. I want to take a look today at how to enter an exempt for your exam grade. We had some problems at midterm with this, and we've worked out the kinks in the system, so we want to show you how to do that. So this is for people that are using PowerTeacher Pro. It's going to be similar for the PowerTeacher, but here I'm going to get to my PowerTeacher Pro account. And then what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look to see if there are any grades. I'm going to want to set up my exam first. All right, one of the problems that people had is, first, I would encourage you to go to your settings, go to your traditional grade calculations, and then find your E2 for the course. Okay, so that's my exam right here, or E1 for a semester course. Now, I already have this set up, and I just want to make sure I understood how I set it up. My final exam is going to be titled in the category of assessment, and that's going to be worth 100%, so I'm all set. Now, the reason why I did that is now when I go to create my final exam, I want to go ahead and name it final exam or whatever you want. And then I'm going to come into the category, and remember, I have to have the exact same category. So in this case, it would be assessments. It is 100%. I have two classes, so I go ahead and check them both off. Now, another key thing is going to be the date. Okay, so if I'm setting this up early, make sure that you go in here, and it has to be June 15th or after. Okay, so I'm going to click on the 15th. Everything is all set. I've selected my classes. I have two of them. I said everything we're ready to go. I save and I close. All right, now, what I want to do at this point is go through. So let's go score sheet. I come over here. I make sure that I'm in E2. Actually, I'm going to switch class so you can see how this works. So I'm at E2 right now, and let's say I'm going through now and I'm grading the exams. Okay, so as I put my grades in, I get everything set, and then I come to a student that has an exempt. With the exemption, just come on over here and put the symbol in, that purple slash. And then, of course, I continue with the rest. My class is going to hate me because I think I already graded that. You get the idea. And then, of course, I come down here and I save it. Now, notice I don't do anything with a grade here. I just take care of the assignment, and I save. All right, now, key point. Let's go to grading again. And let's come on down to all reporting terms. Now, with all reporting terms, you can see I can see all my quarters, but not exactly. So what I want to do at this point here are the ones that I put in, and you'll see the double lines. That was the exempt that I put in. So right now, I want to see everything. So let's come on down below. Let's, instead of having 6 columns, let's change that to 7 columns. Hit enter, and what you'll see is it expands it right now so I can see all the columns. This is important because what I want to do now is I want to go in. This is an exempt right here. I want to go in here and I want to lock this grade in. Now this is a little bit of a workaround. So I just need to change one thing here. Like for instance, if I delete the 2 and put the 2 back in, see that triangle that just appeared right there? That means that I'm manually overriding the grade. Okay, so I'm set. Now what I can do is I can come back in here and I can go up here and I can put in EX, and it's going to be a 0. Now if I didn't go ahead, that's okay. The 0% is not a problem, okay, because I've manually override. I've locked this grade in. If I didn't do that step first and I did this one first, it would drop that to a low B or something along those lines. And then, of course, once I'm done with all that, I come in here and I save. And everything should be taken care of because I can see everything that's working right here. While I have you here, let me go ahead and talk about 2 other things. One, if you were doing an incomplete, you would not change the final grade. You would come in here. Actually, let me just go ahead and do this. I'm right here now, and I would click on this. Let me just save it for the time being. Let me come back to the assignment. And then let's go to the next one. So if in here, I'm in the exam right now, I come over here and I put in an incomplete. Right here, you're going to get that different icon. And I save it. Okay, everything's all set. I come back to, remember what we did for the exempts. We came over here and we went all reporting terms. And then we only get the 6 columns. So I come down here and I change that 6 columns to 7. And then I hit enter and it opens it all up for me. And then I come in here, and at this point I know I just gave this an incomplete. Now watch what happens here. When I go in here, I'm going to manually override this, and I'm going to put in the I in, excuse me, it's just an I, okay? Now watch what happens here. The difference between the exempt and a 0, which doesn't affect the final grade, and an I and a 0, when I save this, you can see how that dropped that grade down. The reason for keeping the 0 in on an incomplete is we want the students to be able to see what the grade is, and then of course he has to come back in and make that up. All right, that's exempts and that's incomplete. The last thing I want to address real quickly is, where do you put the comment for the 4th quarter? Don't put it on the final exam, on the final exam. Do not put it on the final right here. Put your comments right here. Okay, so just like if you were on Power Teacher Pro, you'd be right here with your comments. The comments are all going in the 4th quarter. Hopefully this has been helpful. As always, give me a call. Let me know what I can do to help. Have yourself a great day.